Can you imagine waking up tomorrow and getting out of bed without that familiar pain in your knees or that stiffness deep in your hips? After 75, most of us accept the pain like it's just part of getting older, but what if it did not have to be? There is one simple change in the way you move and exercise that can slowly make your body feel much better, and I promise by the end of this video, you will know exactly what it is. In this video, you are going to learn 3 simple, easy, and very powerful exercises that most people over 75 have never been shown. The first one can be done right in your chair. No getting up, no hard work, just a simple rocking motion that begins to free up your hip the way warm water loosens a stiff joint. The second one uses your wall and your own body weight to gently retrain the muscles around your knee so it starts to feel more steady and more stable with every step you take. And the third one, the one I want you to stay for, is something most people have never seen before. It's done lying down, it takes less than 5 minutes, and it works on both the hip and the knee at the very same time by focusing on something most exercises completely ignore. I saved the best for last, and I promise it will be worth the wait. Before we begin, if you want to stay active, strong, and able to do things on your own as you get older, go ahead and subscribe to this channel right now. Every single week, we share simple, easy movement tips made just for people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. Also write your age and where you are watching from in the comments below. I truly read every single comment, and I would love to hear from you. Now, let's get into it. The first exercise is called the seated hip pendulum swing, and it's one of the most underused movements you can do for hip pain after 75. Here's what you do. Sit on the edge of a strong chair, one that doesn't shake, with both feet flat on the floor. Now, let one leg hang completely relaxed, like a pendulum on a clock. Do not tighten the upper leg. Do not hold the leg up. Just let it go loose and heavy. Then, gently let that leg swing forward and back, using nothing but gravity and the natural movement of your own leg. No forcing, no pushing, no effort, just a soft, easy swing. Now here's why this matters so much for you. After 75, the hip joint needs movement to stay comfortable and easy to use, but it needs the right kind of movement, gentle, smooth, and stress-free. Most people either push through exercises that are too hard for the joint, or they stop moving completely because of the pain. Both of those choices make things worse over time. This pendulum swing sits right in the perfect middle. It keeps the joint moving, it helps the natural fluid inside the hip to flow, and it gently reminds the muscles around it how to support the joint without putting too much pressure on it. To do it safely, sit tall with your back straight but not stiff. Let the working leg hang freely with no tightness anywhere in the upper or lower leg. Keep the swing small, especially at first. Think of the size of a slow, easy pendulum, not a big, dramatic kick. Hold the sides of the chair lightly if it helps you feel safe. Keep your upper body still. Breathe slowly and naturally the whole time. Do 10 to 15 gentle swings on one side, then switch to the other leg and repeat. Rest for 30 seconds between sides and aim for 2 sets per leg. If you're just starting, begin with only 5 swings per side and a very small range. Give yourself 3 to 5 days at that level before doing more. Do this once every day, especially in the morning when the hip tends to feel the stiffest. If you've had recent hip replacement or have an active hip injury, please check with your doctor before trying this one. But for most people dealing with general hip stiffness and discomfort, this is one of the gentlest and most helpful things you can do. Over the first 2 to 3 weeks, you may begin to notice that getting up from a chair feels a little easier, that the grinding feeling in the hip starts to go away, and that morning stiffness doesn't last quite as long as it does. It's a quiet change, but it's a real one. And remember, we still have one more exercise coming at the end, and that one is going to surprise you. The second exercise is called the wall-supported knee circle press, and this one is made just for that unsteady, stiff, sometimes painful feeling in the knee that so many people over 75 know very well. Here's how it works. Stand close to a wall with your back lightly touching it, not pressing hard into it, just using it as a light support. Place both feet a little apart from each other with your feet flat and stable on the floor. Now, slowly lift one knee to a comfortable height. For most people, this will be just a few inches off the ground. That's perfectly fine. Now, draw a very slow, very small circle with that lifted knee. Imagine you're drawing the face of a small clock in the air in front of you. Keep the circle the size of an orange, small, controlled, and careful. Do 5 circles in one direction, then 5 in the other direction, then lower the foot and switch legs. Now, why does this help your knee so much? Most knee pain after 75 doesn't come only from the knee itself. It comes from the muscles around the knee, the ones above it, below it, and on the sides of it, slowly losing their ability to guide the joint through movement. When those muscles stop doing their job properly, the knee has to handle forces it was never meant to handle alone. This small circular motion quietly retrains those muscles around the knee to wake up, to reconnect, and to start protecting the joint the way they're supposed to. Think of your knee like a door on a track. If the track is worn or out of line, the door drags and sticks.
This exercise gently puts the track back in line. For good form, keep the leg you're standing on slightly soft, with a very gentle bend in that knee, never locked straight. Keep the rest of your body calm and still. No leaning, no tilting the hips. Move as slowly as you possibly can. The slower the circle, the more helpful it is. Breathe naturally the whole time. Do 5 circles in each direction per knee, 2 sets per leg, with a 45-second rest between sets. Do this once daily. If standing close to a wall feels unsteady, stand beside a chair and hold the back of it instead. Start with just 3 circles in each direction if 5 feels like too much. Build up slowly over the first week. If you have bad knee swelling, recent knee surgery, or a feeling of the knee giving way suddenly, wait on this one and speak with your doctor first. But if your knee simply feels stiff, tired, or unsteady during everyday walking and going upstairs, this is the kind of movement your knee has been quietly asking for. Over 2 to 4 weeks, you may notice that stairs feel a little less scary, that your knee feels more predictable under you, and that the stiffness after sitting for a long time starts to go away more quickly when you stand up. And now, before we get to the last exercise, I want you to know that what is coming next is the one I'm most excited to share with you. It is the most gentle of the 3. It needs no standing, and it works on both the hip and the knee by fixing something most people over 75 have never even thought about. Stay right here. The third and final exercise is called the lying hip clock, and this one is unlike anything most people over 75 have ever tried. Here's what you do. Lie on your back on a firm surface. A firm mattress works perfectly if getting down to the floor is not comfortable for you. Bend both knees and place both feet flat. Let your arms rest gently at your sides. Now, close your eyes if that feels comfortable, and imagine a clock face on the ceiling directly above your hips. 12 o'clock is toward your head, 6 o'clock is toward your feet. 3 and 9 are out to the sides. Now, very slowly and very gently, tilt your pelvis toward 12 o'clock. This means your lower back presses very slightly toward the surface beneath you. Pause for 1 breath. Then slowly move toward 3 o'clock, meaning one hip drops very slightly toward the surface. Pause. Then toward 6, meaning a very gentle curve appears in your lower back. Then toward 9. Keep going around the clock, slowly, like the minute hand moving through time. 1 full round is 1 repetition. Do 5 rounds moving one way, then 5 moving the other way. 1 to 2 sets once per day, with as much rest as you need between sets. Move as slowly as possible. The slower you move, the more the body benefits. There should be absolutely no pain during this movement. If anything feels sharp or wrong, simply stay within the range that feels completely comfortable to you. Now, here's why this exercise is so powerful and why I saved it for last. After 75, the pelvis is one of the most ignored areas in the whole body. When the pelvis loses its natural free movement, it tilts and locks up, and that puts uneven pressure on everything connected to it, including both hips and both knees. Most people go their entire lives without ever giving this area any attention, and they wonder why the hip and knee pain never fully goes away no matter what they try. This lying clock movement works at the source. It brings back the pelvis's natural ability to move, shift, and spread weight evenly, which means less stress travels down into the hips and knees with every step you take. Think of it as fixing the base of a building. If the base is off, the walls will always have cracks no matter how many times you fix them. This exercise quietly levels the base. For beginners, start with only the 12 and 6 o'clock positions for the first 3 to 5 days. Simply tilt forward, pause, tilt back, pause. That alone is enough to begin. Then slowly add 3 and 9 once those feel easy and natural. Never rush. If getting up from the floor feels unsafe, do this entirely on your firm bed. If you've had recent pelvic surgery or spinal injury, check with your doctor before starting. But for the large majority of people dealing with long-term hip tightness, uneven walking, or that deep locked feeling in the hip, the one that never quite goes away no matter how much you stretch, this is the one that tends to change things quietly but in a meaningful way. Within 1 to 2 weeks of doing this daily, many people notice that getting out of bed in the morning feels less like a struggle, that their walking feels more even, more smooth, less like one side is carrying more than the other, and that deep locked feeling in the hip, the one that never quite goes away no matter how much you stretch, begins to soften from the inside. That is the power of working at the root rather than the symptom. So, there you have it, 3 gentle, focused, and truly helpful exercises for knee and hip pain after 75. The seated hip pendulum swing to bring smooth, natural movement back to a stiff hip. The wall-supported knee kerbal press to rebuild the stability and support your knee has been missing. And the lying hip clock, the most powerful of all, to restore the base that connects everything together. None of these need any equipment. None of them ask you to push through pain. All 3 can be done in the comfort of your own home, in your own pace, in your own time. The body you are living in right now is not beyond help. It is not too far gone. It has simply been waiting for the right kind of attention. Movement that is gentle enough to feel safe, specific enough to actually reach the problem, and done regularly enough to create real change over time. It's never too late to feel better in your own body. It's never too late to get out of bed a little easier, to walk a little more confidently, to feel a little more like yourself again. You deserve that. And the fact that you watched all the way to the end tells me that you're the kind of person who is still willing to try, still willing to invest in yourself. And that's exactly the kind of channel this is made for. If this video helped you in any way, please subscribe to EverFit Guide so you never miss a new video. Every week, we bring you simple, gentle, and truly useful movement tips made just for people who want to stay strong, comfortable, and able to do things on their own as they age. And please, leave a comment right now telling me your age and where in the world you're watching from. I read every single comment, and I would love to connect with you. Take care of yourself, move gently, and I'll see you in the next one.